Greetings, welcome back. My name is Celeste Mayat, and I'm back for our Friday womb readings. So, as you know, womb readings are for people with wombs, womb healers, those who identify as women or femme. This is for you. These readings are for you. These are for you the intention is to ground yourself in womb wisdom, to be more in tune with what's going on internally and externally, and how we can alchemize that together for our healing, our nourishment, our upliftment, our liberation, our bliss. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So I like to start off the readings using my Kuan Yin Oracle deck. As you know, if you've been here before, if you watched these videos before, and this just kind of sets the tone, right? Kuan Yin is going to kind of set us up for what our intention is for this reading. Oh, I've already used the word once. Self-liberation. Nothing you could do would cause me to turn away from you. Liberate yourself from judgment. When you choose to believe you are worthy, you empower my grace in your life. And so Kuan Yin, she is divine femininity. So even if you're not a follower of Kuan Yin, or she's not one of your guides, or she doesn't resonate with you, you can see these cards as just like a message from just the divine feminine energies of the universe. So I'm gonna read it one more time. Nothing you could do would cause me to turn away from you. Liberate yourself from judgment. When you choose to believe you are worthy, you empower my grace in your life. So I love that, because I heard there's like, what, maybe 5, 6 planets in Mercury retrograde right now. There's like 6 of them Johns, like going the opposite direction right now. So yeah, I think this is spot on. Liberate yourself from judgment. There's a lot going on cosmically right now, and the last thing you need to do is being hard on yourself for whatever it is, especially since retrogrades speak to the shadow side. They speak to the things that we've thought we've healed through, things that we've suppressed. So as those things are coming up for you right now, the divine feminine is asking for you to show yourself some grace, right? Because the divine they're not judging you. They are showing up fully for you. So don't judge yourself. Just show up fully for yourself, you know, and all the things that come up for you right now during this time. So I'm going to pull a few decks from the tarot. Let's see what comes up. Okay, I love this for you guys. So the first one that came up is Daughter of Cups. And if you noticed in the Daughter of Cups, this woman is bathing in a flow of water, of a waterfall. Cups are all about those deep emotions. So a lot of those deep emotions that are coming up, instead of seeing them as something that's like a bad thing, like try not to label them as good or bad, right? Just kind of be with them and be with yourself during this time. And when those hard emotions come up, I guess I'm labeling that as well, but when those icky feelings come up, instead of being like, oh, this is bad, let me get rid of them, let me move away from those feelings, be more open to exploring what that might come up for you. And a lot of you will see that it's actually way more liberating and way more freeing and way more nurturing when you're able to sit with those emotions that feel overwhelming and kind of invite them in a way that's with love and grace. And you'll find that you're way more like liberated from that, instead of like, oh, I'm having this like really hard feeling right now. How am I ever going to get through this? When you see it like, hey, what is this teaching me? What is this here to show me? You're going to come into this place of like receiving, of healing, essentially is what you're saying to your emotions, to the universe, like when those lessons come up, like, hey, what is this here to teach me? What are these big emotions showing me? You're going to get to the other side. Instead of like seeing yourself drowning in them, you're going to be chilling, cleansing yourself, nurturing yourself with these lessons as they propel you forward. The next card that got picked was 10 of Discs, and it was to the left when I picked it up. This time, especially with the retrogrades, if you are trying to start something new right now, it's going to be a while. You see it, it's a person giving birth right here, and the person is fully surrounded by their community to bring this baby forward. But for you guys, it doesn't necessarily mean like an actual birth of a baby or a child, but whatever your goals are, whatever your next plan is, I'm not saying to completely stop it or not do it, but just be okay for this next month to take that great pause, because if you keep trying to push it out and keep trying to work through it, it's actually going to hinder the process a little bit. It's going to make the process of birthing your new ideas, your new life, this new plan that you have for yourself, these new goals, it's just going to elongate it, and it's going to make it feel more brutal and more like, do I even want to do this anymore? You're going to kind of burn yourself out. You're going to start second guessing yourself. But right now you're in a cycle of like pausing during the birth of this process, and just being okay, like sitting with that like pause for a while. You're going to get way more out of the pause than you are if you try to keep pushing forward during this time, is essentially what 10 of Disc is saying. Then we have a 2 of Disc, and when I picked it up, it was this way, to my right. And if you notice 2 of Disc, she is a person holding 2 babies in their arms. And 2 of Discs is all about finding that balance, right? Asking for help during this time. Again, it kind of goes back into trying to do the most right now. We're entering the season of fall. We got a bunch of planets in Mercury retrograde. Please take your time, slow down. You don't need to do everything right now. You might feel like you're juggling 2 things, even 2 big decisions. You feel like there's 2 big decisions that are coming up for you during this time. Don't feel rushed to make decisions right now. Don't feel rushed to feel like you have to take everything on. Again, that pause is going to be really great for you. Yeah, these cards are just telling y'all to just sit down, for real. We have 7 of Swords. It was to the left. And if you notice, it is a fox trying to figure out how it's going to get to these hens. It's plotting. It's trying to figure out, this is not the time to plot anything. You have already put in, you have the plan already. You know you do. You know you have the plan. You know you have it all set out for yourself. Now it's just about waiting to attack it, waiting to go for it. And this is not the time to go for it. This is the time to sit with those things that are coming up for you. Do your own internal healing, so that when the time comes for you to make those plans manifest, you're not coming from a place of burnout. You're not coming from a place of like doubt. You're coming from a place of your cup being full, your body being fully nourished and nurtured, your mind, body, and spirit. 10 of Swords. So during this time of pause, you notice there's a woman and they are fleeing. They're jumping into the ocean. They're running away from something. During this time of pause, like, it's going to be very easy to get tied up in doing like a lot of busy work to try to keep yourself away from those heavy emotions that I talked about earlier in the card. My son's got a lot to tell y'all too, clearly. You're initially, that fight or flight is going to come up for you, and it's going to be like, hey, like, we got to get out of here. Like, I'm pausing, I'm sitting still, a lot of things are coming up. I don't know what to do with this. Let me do a bunch of busy work to keep my mind away from that. That's the opposite of what you want to be doing right now. Sit with those things. I promise they will bring much more will come to you in terms of gifts and abundance when you're able to sit still and decide that your healing comes first, right? Instead of being afraid of that healing, being afraid of like going into the depths, the shadow side. If you're in need of support in getting through those shadow sides, sitting with those heavy emotions, you can book a free clarity call with me in the link in the bio. Perfect. So at the end of the card reading, I like to go ahead and pick a guidance card, an affirmation card. To kind of something to carry us on our journey this week, into the weekend, into this Mercury retrograde. Oh yeah, what you got for us, what you got for us, what you got for us. Soul's truth. I listen to my soul's simple truths and I allow my life to unfold naturally. I love that. Because during this time of pause, it'll be deep listening. You'll be more intuitive. You'll be able to hear your inner truths, your inner soul speak to you about what's next in your world. And things will start to unfold because you'll just be you'll be so grounded in your inner wisdom that you can walk moving forward with like this steadfastness, with this knowing, with this firm-footedness almost, and things are just going to unfold for you. So I wish for you rest, I wish for you peace, I wish for you to surrender to the pause of life during this time, this Mercury retrograde in this fall. Ashe, and every Friday I am back with a womb reading. So if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're on IG, follow me, like, save the photo, this video, share it if you loved it, and I'll see you guys next Friday. You got something to say to the people? You got something to say to the people?